This photo wasn't shot on film, but most people think it was. It was shot digitally, and the way I edited it completely changed how it feels. What's up, everyone? I'm Jake, and welcome to my channel. Today, we're going to be reviewing Dehancer, a film emulation software that's been getting a lot of attention lately. Dehancer works with both photo and video, but since I'm a photographer, this video is going to be concentrated entirely on photography. I'm going to be walking through what I like and don't like about the Dehancer standalone desktop app, which is still under development, so everything you see is going to be the beta version. To show its flexibility, I'm going to be editing 3 different photos: a portrait, a landscape, and a car photo. So what exactly is Dehancer? Dehancer is a film emulation software designed to recreate the look and behavior of real film stocks. And when I say film emulation, I don't just mean a preset with grain on top. It's simulating things like film color science, highlight roll-off, contrast response, grain structure, and halation, which is a glow you sometimes see around highlights on real film. What I like about Dehancer is it's not trying to make photos look vintage. It's trying to make them react to light the way film does. Dehancer can be used in a few different ways. They offer plugins for software like Lightroom and Capture One, and even have an iOS app. They're even building a standalone desktop app, which is what we're going to be looking at today. That standalone app is still being developed, and I'm using the beta version, so things may change before the final release. For this video, I'm focusing entirely on the desktop app because I feel it gives you the deepest level of control. I'll be honest with my first impressions. When I initially opened the app, it felt a little overwhelming. There's a ton of sliders, controls, and it's immediately clear this isn't a one-click preset. But once you slow down and start working intentionally, things start making a lot more sense. This first image is a portrait from a recent session. We're going to be starting with the Fujicolor Print 400 plus the Kodak Endura Print Profile. I chose this combination because I really like the natural skin tones and the soft film accurate contrast. I only want to make 2 adjustments. The first is going to be under film grain. We're just going to raise up the size and amount slightly just to break up a little bit of that digital smoothness. And then to finish it off under the halation tool, I'm going to be going to local diffusion and raise that up just a bit to add that subtle film glow. So there's the before. Here's the after. And again, I really don't think I'm changing the photo, I'm just finishing it. This next photo is a landscape shot I took on a train while I was going around a curve in Alaska. For this one, I'm going to be using the Kodak Eastman XX 5222 to start with. I wanted something black and white with really strong character, and the double X is perfect for that. I'm going to keep the editing really simple. The only thing I want to change is adding a little bit of film damage. So we're going to click on film damage, and I just want to add a few subtle scratches. So we're just going to raise these up a bit. You see we've got a few scratches here and there. Yeah, I definitely want to leave the tonality alone and just add just a few scratches. The reason I wanted to do this is just to make the image feel a little bit more analog and give it that documentary feel. And I think it really, shows texture without distracting from the scene too much. And finally, this car photo. This photo is of my friend's 1967 Firebird, and we're going to be starting with the Cinesto 50D with the Kodak Endura Print Profile. This stock already has a really clean, punchy look, which works great for cars. I do want to make a few changes. We're going to be adjusting the film grain to start, just raise that up just a little bit, and then finally the exposure on the vignetting. And I think this is where Dehancer really shines for this nostalgic, detail-driven look. I mean, this honestly could be a photo of your grandfather's car that you find in a photo album. Alright, in the comments below, let me know which photo edit you liked the most. The portrait, the landscape, or this car photo. This is what I liked. The biggest strength of Dehancer is film emulation quality. These film stocks actually behave differently depending on exposure and contrast, and you can really see that, just like real film. I also love how much control you have over the grain, highlight, roll-off, color density, halation. It all works together. It feels very cohesive and not layered. And this is what I didn't like. There's definitely a learning curve. If you're used to quick presets, this can feel overwhelming at first. I had to look up a few slider options to fully understand what was happening. The interface can also feel a bit busy, especially for newer photographers. But then again, this is also just the beta version, and I'm sure the official rollout from Dehancer will be much more streamlined. Overall, I think it's worth it if you genuinely love film aesthetics, but it may be overkill for casual editing. So who is Dehancer actually for? I think it's for film lovers, portrait photographers, and anyone focused on building a consistent visual style. But if you want fast, one-click edits, or super clean digital files, this probably isn't the tool for you. Dehancer is one of the most convincing film emulation softwares I've used. It does take a little bit of time to learn, but if you care how your images feel, it is definitely worth checking out. If you want to try Dehancer, you can use my promo code JPEGJake10 at checkout to save 10%, and it also helps support the channel. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.